Mother Nature apparently didn't get the memo tonight that we're still 2 months away from the technical beginning of wintertime. 14-0, #1 for the first time in program history. And what does that mean to y'all to see that big one right next to MSUM's name?
We can't lie to you guys and say, oh, it's no big deal.
And now their NCAA postseason has been set. They are playing in the Maryland Heights region against the Michigan Wolverines right down here. You can probably hear it behind me. That's Shanley versus Minot, the AAA game. We're only a few minutes away from getting underway, so I'll hurry up and get down there and get all the highlights for y'all coming up at, of course, 10 o'clock tonight. As we pass through mid-September, the greatest part of the baseball season arrives, and that's the playoffs. And while we're not quite into the postseason just yet, Minnesota's magic number to clinch the AL Central Division dwindles down to just 6. It's awfully quiet in the Dakota Dome now that you could hear plenty of the "Let's Go Bison" chants bouncing off all the walls and the roof of this big dome over a pretty dominant game for North Dakota State. But for the Firebirds, it's been a 99-year wait. Their last chance for a ring, a finals loss in 1999, and today's first Division A title game in the new 3-division format sets the biggest stage of the week in the Fargo Dome.
Just give him a hug.
This laughter is commonplace for East Grand Forks football practices as long as Messi is here.
They support me. They always have my back when I need. They're always there when I need them.
Messi Kalinda comes to the sport and Minnesota both from the Congo after his father was kidnapped. The family fled the country and moved to Mexico, then Minneapolis, and now East Grand Forks, where he and his mother have been for the last 2 years.
I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. It was very hard. Like, just show up at first day in practice and trying to do everything the coaches say, and sometimes I wasn't able to listen what they're talking about. Just trying to do the same thing my teammates are doing. It's how a fun practice today.
Football more came to Messi than the other way around. Head coach Ryan Kosowski seeing his 6'2", 250-pound frame in the school's hallway last year and knowing that he was built for the gridiron grind despite never playing the sport growing up.
I can tell you after that first day, like, we have a connection because he told me that I want you to join the football team. He wants me to play, and I want to try to.
His enthusiasm paid off, starting football this season and becoming a difference maker on both sides of the ball almost immediately.
I mean, I've been playing football my whole life. I've never seen someone just adapt to the game so fast like him. It was quite shocking trying to see him.
Yeah!
You know, he's not just a big kid. He moves well, and you know, he's able to make plays out there, which is exciting, and just a guy that other teams have to account for, both offensively and defensively. So, you know, really it makes a difference when he's on the field for us.
Whether it's his family and supporters in the stands or his newfound family on the field, Messi feels right at home at EGF.
My mom can say that she's always there when I need her. If I'm able to be in this school, thanks to her, she has to do everything so I can be in school, be able to play sport. I just try to make my teammates happy to have a good practice and everything.
With the Green Wave in East Grand Forks. Jack Wallace, Valley News Live Sports. Fans of Kindred basketball this season are pretty used to. The Viking freshman is playing like anything but fresh, dropping 18 points in Kindred's latest of their 16 straight wins to start the season.
I've been playing all my life, and just to see me do it at the varsity level and with great teammates, great everyone, it's fun to see.
Throw me a log or something.
Gotcha.
Brooks Bacco is part of a Kindred squad set on returning to the playoffs after falling short of the postseason last year and itching for their first state title in 3 years.
Hey, Isaac.
Last year we had some times we were playing a little bit of hero ball, a little bit of selfish basketball, you could say, but this year we really came together as a team, and I think we're playing really team, like, grown basketball, and I just think that's just put us to the next level.
I was a 7th grader when that happened, so seeing that team go all the way was definitely an inspiration. That made me work harder and made all of us work harder.
Now Kindred looks ahead to the end of their season, only 4 games away from a perfect regular season, and then the gauntlet of the Region 1 tournament in Fargo looming ahead.
Not having complacency, knowing that we always can improve and do things better. We call it a process, having to deal with adversity from time to time, and learning how to play through those adverse moments in games.
So despite the outside pressure and, according to senior Riley Sunram,
We always have our target on our back, and we just got to know that every night. We can't take a night off.
reiterated from senior to freshman.
Good. We all got one goal in mind, and that's to win.
With the Vikings,
Lucas, that's a brick.
in Kindred, Jack Wallace,
Lucky shot.
Valley News Live Sports. For the North Dakota State Bison and the Montana Grizzlies, these two teams meeting in the opener last season. Bison taking it, and they're trying to deliver again here in the postseason. North Dakota State hosting North Dakota basketball. We're going to start off with the men's game, where the Fighting Hawks are looking for their first ever season sweep of the Bison after a 2-point thriller in Grand Forks. Inns joins Lincoln Riley's crew with a title of assistant head coach for the defense and linebackers coach. A little bit twofold. He was defensive coordinator before his head coaching job here at NDSU. It's their first playoff meeting since 1983. That was an SF win. Last Lions playoff win against the Niners, that's 1957, which was on their way to the last league championship. And the most points that NDSU allowed in any FCS game all the way back when they started Division I play. That was almost 20 seasons ago. Now, three teams battling for 2 playoff spots in Region 1. Lisbon Broncos need a win here tonight against Mayport CG and a loss from Oaks or Ellendale to secure 4th place in the region. They have been on a crazy tear so far this season. They started the year 16-1, 10-1 in conference play, and today they host the Concordia St. Paul Golden Bears, a team that's 8-9 following back-to-back losses. It was a plethora of some amazing basketball today at the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center. We saw a lot of fun play here from both North Dakota and North Dakota State in a battle for Peace Garden State's supremacy. With the Moorhead Spuds and Roseau Rams battle for the Section 8 AA girls hockey title and a right to represent the section in the state tournament coming up next weekend. Moorhead trying to win their 15th straight game.